Hello, everybody. So, tis I, that guy that has some thoughts. All right. So, I had a dream Friday evening. And I felt like I should share it. I'm no preacher or nothing. I just, I got thoughts. All right. So, I found the Gospel of Thomas for the first time, and it's not included in the Bible, but I found it about Friday evening. And I was going over it, and what it is a book of the sayings of Jesus all in one place. They call it the Gospel of Thomas. They put it all in one book, one gospel. And so they felt no need to include it in like the King James Bible and some of these other Bibles, because it's just a list of Jesus, Yeshua, Inky, his sayings, Muhammad, Ada, whatever you want to call them. Just a book of all these sayings. Okay, so anyways, that's why I'm not a preacher. Too many names buzzing around in my head. All right, so here we go. What I was thinking about at the time was the story. There's a story that he told of a lion eating a man and a man eating a lion. Yeah. So if the lion eats the man, then the lion is blessed and becomes like the man. And if the man eats the lion, he is cursed and becomes like the lion. And at the same time, if the lion gets eaten by the man, the lion is blessed because he becomes like the man. And both ways, the man's cursed. So it's just a strange thing. I literally set my tea down and I was like, gotta think about this a minute. I was sitting right here on this chair, actually. And I sat there a minute, stepped on my tea, thought about it. Let me reenact. Oh, I got it. Light bulb. So, here's what I came to. Sorry about the focus. I know. The lion is not actually eating the man, even though they do back in the day. And the man is not actually eating the lion because they just didn't do that. But, well, maybe some did. Nonetheless, the lion would represent the bad instincts, the killing nature, the bad knowledge. And the man would represent the good, the good knowledge, the good sophisticated, the good knowledge. Okay, so if you're gobbling up like a lion does, the good knowledge, then you're becoming good. And if you're eating the lion or gobbling up the bad knowledge, you become bad. Animal instincts. It's all parables. I had this light bulb. The whole Bible's a parable. That's basically what I got out of it. All religion is parables. Okay, so I was thinking about that. And then I also read the part where it said, live life as if you're in God's presence. Anu, Yahweh, Yeshua, as if you're in the angels, the good presence, right? So I thought, well, maybe you're alone, you're with one other person, you ask them a question, they ignore you. You ask them a question, they ignore you. You ask them a question, sooner or later, you're liable to say something. Beep, 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 beep. You listening? Yeah, okay. So don't do that. But I'm just saying, you got, especially with kids, right? Hey, you heard what I just said? Yeah, okay. Nonetheless, if when you're about to snap, you envisioned God, Yeshua, whatever, a good angel, something like that, right before you snap, you might approach it in a different way, So I went to bed with those thoughts and decided to sleep on it. And about 4 a.m. in the morning, I woke up. The house was silent, absolutely silent. What could have woke me up? Why am I waking up at 4 a.m.? It was so I could remember my dream, because the dream clicked in my head and I remembered it. So I immediately went and wrote it down. So I'm going to share it with you. I don't know, focus, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, so I was given this dream vision. I already know it, so I don't need to read it. But, I was in this company meeting, this company meeting thing. And, it's not a company I work for. It was a dream. Okay, so I was part of this company. I was at this meeting. And a handful of us had been given the task of something to do during the meeting. We were going to get cued, hey, go do your task and then come back. And the rest of us will follow and see what you've done. And we'll continue the meeting following you all on this trail. So a handful of us have been given this task to do in the dream. And I was one of them. We got cued, hey, go do your task. So my task was to shut off the water in the restrooms. Now, we were not told why we were doing this task either. The meeting was going to continue. So I thought in my head, maybe they're going to say, how do you clean your hands if there's no water? And they'll have hand sanitizer in there or something. I don't know. Whatever. It was a company meeting. Possibly that was what it was. I was perfectly content thinking that's what it was. And anyhow, as I left out that meeting, I went to down a hall, and this guy came out the meeting, was following me. Everybody else was going to doing their task. He was following me. So I knew where the kitchen was in there. So I quick took a left into the kitchen. It was like an open kitchen, the island bar that separated basically the hall from the kitchen. And he came around, what are you doing in the kitchen? Well, I was actually just passing through on my way to the restrooms. Oh, yeah, the restroom in the kitchen. Yeah, right. Well, no, my job is to turn the water off in the in the kitchen. Okay, so I didn't want to be confrontational, so I just went across to a door I saw. What are you doing over there? Well, I think there's a restroom here. There's no restroom in there. Well, I think there is. And I opened the door to go in. And as I stepped in, he had went down the hall just a little bit on the right side and opened up a door and came in the room. Also, it was a dining room that had two separate entrances. And see, this is not a freaking restroom. And he got this attitude and this mean look in his eye, and he started walking down the hall really fast towards me, or through the dining room. And I was like, okay, I got this. Shut the door, ran back to the kitchen because I knew he couldn't get there quick enough because he's in the middle of the dining room headed towards the door I was at. So I got to the kitchen first. Sure enough, he comes out the door I came out of, even looking more upset because I went back in the kitchen. And so I'm looking around, I just grabbed some stuff off the counter, and I said, "Whoa, what are you doing? Quit following me. Why are you following me? Here, take that, take that." Just started throwing things at him. And anyways, another employee came walking down the hall. Whoop, whoop, whoop. What are you doing? What are you doing? This guy, he immediately starts calling me out. Says he's looking for the restrooms, but he's over here in the kitchen. He needs to turn the water off in the restrooms and blah, 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 blah. I don't know what he's doing. He's in the kitchen. He's in the dining room. And she's like, whoa, 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 whoa. If he says he's looking for the restrooms, he's looking for the restrooms. Because he was in that dining room, and now he started throwing things at me. This is totally out of this guy's nature. I don't know what's going on. So some other people heard it. They came out the halls on this side, and approached the guy, and they confronted him and was trying to calm him down. This lady kept walking over here towards me in the kitchen. I didn't know what was going on, so I knelt down. She was coming towards me and opened up the cabinets under the kitchen sink, going to cut the water off in there. I was so upset from the thing. I wasn't thinking you're supposed to cut it off in the restroom, but she came over to me. What is going on? What is wrong? And by the way, why are you opening the kitchen sink? Look, I'm sorry. Well, to be honest with you, I felt like he was harassing me. That's why I was throwing the things. And I don't know what I'm doing. I'm supposed to be shutting the water off in the restrooms. I'm here in the kitchen, and could you stay with me? Could you help me complete my task? And I don't even know where these restrooms are. Could you go with me so that I could turn off the water in the restrooms and go back to the meeting? And if you were here with me the whole time, I wouldn't have thrown the things at the guy. I'd approach it a different way. I know I would have. I'd have been like, I'm sorry. I feel like you're following me and you're harassing me. I just felt harassed. And so anyways, I started spilling my guts. And she was like, well, sure. I'll stay with you. Come on. I'll stay with you. And I woke up. So, it was 4 a.m, dead silence in the house. I was awake. So that I could remember this dream. Oh, another light bulb. It's because to live as if you're in God's presence, or that good being, or angel, or whatever. If she was with me, or if that being, good being, was with you the entire time, you wouldn't have acted that way. You just seen that guy falling down the hall, stopped off in the kitchen. What are you doing in here? Why are you in the kitchen? You know what? I felt that you were following me and harassing me, so I stepped into the kitchen just to get out the way. I wasn't sure if you were following me or not, and I'm sorry if if you weren't, and I prejudged you and everything. I felt you were following me, so I stepped in the kitchen. We could approach it a different way as if the person was there with us, even though they weren't. So in my dream, that godly, good being, angel, whatever you want to call it, was that woman, that co-worker. So God was talking to me through my dream. That's what it sounded like to me. A dream vision. And then today, I was looking up oldest doctrines, oldest, whatever. Anyways, I stumbled upon Job, and people were saying it would have been the oldest if the manuscript, hadn't been lost and all that. And it's just some interesting parallels and things. Haven't really researched into Job yet, but something there made me say Job. Anyways, so yeah, that's the gist of it. I have these weird, deep thoughts every now and then, and it ventures out from direct experiences such as tonight, or just things I've seen and researched on. Like, for example, I've been looking at DNA and what's being revealed in our DNA. Like the very first lines they can interpret, they've got their own alphabet in the DNA sequence figured out, and the very first lines are, created by God or in God's image or something. And so there's all kinds of things to research. Also, I'm into the Hollow Earth theory, but Just wanted to share my dream vision. And we can get back to all this other types of research and things later on. All right, everybody. It's my first video on my channel. Live as if you're in the good beings presence. Thank you.